Do you have an Acrizia? Do you have this new epic relic? If the answer was yes to both those questions, use this build and you will see your damage numbers in the Hydra clan boss plummet through the roof. Hey guys, SMZ here, you're back playing Raid Shadow Legends. And guys, Acrizia is a crazy good champion. If you have been lucky enough to pull her, and I am one of those lucky people, I pulled her I think more than 2 years ago now. She's incredible. She is one of the best void Legos out there. And her place in the meta has fluctuated, but she's still very relevant, especially after the Hydra changes that came in last year. So a couple of things that I want to showcase today in this video is about how to build her right. What is the new best way to build her? What is the best relic to pair with her? All of that, we're going to jump into it. There's a free champion that you can get by using the link in my description. That is Narma the Return, a great champion to battle the Demon Lord. And you can get her alongside other crazy good epic champions like Anax, like Uugo, and like Mausoleum Mage as you progress through the game. How to get these champions for free? Here's how to do it. You go into your Plarium Play and log out of your current account. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email address. Download the game and then play the tutorial, and you will find Narma sitting there chilling in your inbox. And you can get all of these crazy good epic champions as you progress through the game. Do not miss out on this opportunity. Click the link in the description and get these cool champions. So Acrizia is an amazing damage dealer. She has an AoE enemy max HP hit on every ability. Her A1 single hit, enemy max HP, A2 as well, and so is A3. A2 is a double hitter and it is an AoE hit, which is great. And then because of her passive, she basically changes her multiplier to the enemy max HP as well, which means that getting to the damage cap is relatively easy for her. The game has changed significantly. Most likely you've invested resources if you are in the late to end game. One of the best areas to invest your resources is in the Hydra and ignore defense. If you have, that means that it's much easier to get Acrizia to hit that max damage numbers, which means that you don't need to build that much crit damage onto her. That's the new thing. You really should be mindful of what crit damage number gets you to that maximum number. And when it does, you should stop. And then instead, and this is very important, instead pump up her speed as much as you can. I have her sitting at 291 speed and I'm trying to pump her up even more, because the more she goes, the more she's gonna hit. The second thing that you're going to want to do is, if you're still running her in Relentless, please stop. Change her into a 9-piece Merciless set. I think, in my opinion, it's the best set for Acrizia, because yes, the extra attack is not as relevant for her, but this chance of a skill cooldown reduction on the 4-piece, as well as a 9-piece 15% chance of proccing an extra turn, this is massive. The ignore defense 35% of course helps even more in getting to basically the damage caps that she is able to hit on the max HP. It's amazing. And she hits really hard because on the exposed necks have now twice the HP. So now the new thing, and that makes her go bonkers. So you have a 15% chance of getting an extra turn. So with the Relentless set, that is 18%, so 3% difference. But combine the additional bonuses that you get here and combine that with the Purge Shadow Relic. It's an amazing relic. Wearer has a 10% chance to receive an extra turn when using the default skill, when at least one active skill is on cooldown. You only use your A1 when the other skills are on cooldown, which means that if you take it to level 4 as I have the relic, then this chance is 10 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. That's 16% chance to proc an extra turn when she's doing her A1. Many times you combine that with this 15% chance and she has the potential to just go bonkers again and again and again and again. And she just is nuts. One of the ways in order to pump up her speed is by using crit rate gloves. Yes, crit rate gloves, which is something that in the end game you generally try to avoid. You pretty much always use crit damage gloves, but crit rate gloves helps me because this is a 60% crit rate already in here. It helps me in prioritizing speed and all my other pieces. As you can see, I'm using HP percent chest just for survivability. You can use attack, but it's not really beneficial for her because her damage is mostly the enemy max HP multiplier basically overshadows everything else. So speed, HP here, crit damage. Again, it would be great to get a crit damage set 6-star to pump it up a little bit more. But even though I have everything in place, my crit damage is barely, what, 250? And it's enough with ignore defense and everything to basically hit those max numbers. HP chest as well, because I found the most speed on this piece. This is the relic. This is the blessing I have, so she doesn't really benefit from the crushing rends of the world or any damage blessings because her damage is capped. The only thing you can think of is the extra damage thanks to the War Master proc, which is why these masteries are in place. So the Hydra clan boss is where I typically use her, and the team that I run her with is this team right here. So I run 3 damage dealers, Marius, Acrizia, and Michinaki. So Michinaki generally has Hex in his kit, which is very helpful in these fights. And if you're running Acrizia, I would highly recommend that you run her on the higher difficulties. Higher difficulties is the HP pool on the heads is the highest, meaning that her hits are gonna hit the hardest on the higher difficulty. So I run this in my Nightmare team. Enemy max HP record, even Marius is best to run on the Nightmare difficulty compared to the lower difficulties. With Michinaki's Hex, he's able to get a lot of the flow over damage or overflow damage from Marius and from Acrizia. Despite that fact, she does really well. So let me first run a simple battle, and then I'll run a quick battle as well to show the overall damage numbers. I have Lamasu here for giving resets. Again, very unpredictable where her reset will go, but to be honest, any champion who gets reset here is great. Elva as a reviver essentially, and the block debuffs and cleanse and ally attack from Grand Oak, and also all the damage buffs that he gives. So let's go, and maybe I'm lucky during the filming of this video and we will be able to see Acrizia going bonkers one hit after the other. So the fight starts here, and maybe I should make myself a bit smaller. I think yeah, that should work. So Acrizia is about to take a turn relatively soon. There's Lamasu. Boom. No extra turn. Damn it. Maybe in the next round. There's gonna be an extra turn. Marius is just going bonkers with his hits because Marius is Marius. There's no parallels there. And Marius gets the reset as well from Lamasu. So he's gonna go for the A2 once more. Acrizia, come on, take a turn, Acrizia. Marius kills off into a max HP hits. So Acrizia goes there. There's gonna be an extra turn. No. But now that her A2 and her A3 are on cooldown, so now there's a chance with the relic to proc an extra turn, 16% chance, and then the 15% from the merciless set. So now, and this is also the perfect setup for her when the expose next. There you go, decrease skill reduction, and she did a lot of damage to those heads. We've been unlucky a little bit that she hasn't procced an extra turn yet, and maybe this is, just I'm being unlucky here while filming the video, because when I'm not filming, she just goes bonkers one after the other. Come on, Acrizia, show me that you can proc extra turns. She's decreasing the cooldown quite regularly, but she hasn't procced an extra turn yet. Come on, Acrizia, proc an extra turn. I know you can do it. Let's go. And we just wait. She's filling up her turn meter. I think Lamasu and then Acrizia will go. Never mind, there was a turn meter boost given to Michinaki. There she goes. There's the extra turn. There's the one extra turn. Come on, following it up with more. No, but there was at least one there. But guys, trust me, I have seen her go bonkers. And because Hydra is such a long fight, she is gonna take a lot of extra turns, even though we've been unlucky thus far. I'll wait a little bit more to maybe able to show her going bonkers. There she goes. Shut down, no procs. Okay, I'm gonna actually free regroup here. See, I should have ended the battle to compare the damage, but I'm gonna run the free battle anyways, a quick battle to showcase the numbers. So I'm restarting the run, hoping this time she procs extra turns a little bit more. There's the ally attack. Unfortunately, she can't proc it off of the ally attacks, of course, but there is Acrizia. No extra turn. Acrizia, come on, what are you doing? And we're just waiting for her to get to her turn again. Lamasu resets. Marius, of course. And of course, the Mischief Head is targeting Acrizia to steal a bit of her turn meter, which is also not ideal. Marius is killing basically everything by himself. Acrizia goes for her A3. Decrease cooldown. She's very shy in front of the camera because I'm filming. She's not taking as many extra turns, but I'm sure when the run runs through the whole time, basically on the quick battle, if you let it run all 1000 turns, she's just gonna go crazy. Yeah, she's just shy, guys. She's just shy. So I'm gonna quit here. Let's end battle. And I mean, it's just started. Marius is of course gonna be higher on the damage, but let's see the numbers just in case. So Marius is with 11, Acrizia is with 4, Michinaki with the hex is only at 2. So as you can see, the damage numbers still far away from Marius, but it's still quite good. Let's regroup, and I'm gonna run a quick battle now to let's just see what the damage numbers look like. Hydra Clash hasn't started, so maybe not the most intelligent time to run the quick battle, but just for the sake of the video. Hopefully Acrizia in this theoretical fight is proccing a lot of extra turns. Let's see, we're almost at the turn limit, 1,000 turns, there it is. And as you can see, he with 6-star rend with the damage that he gets from the hex pales in comparison to Acrizia. Look at that damage, 182 mil. Of course, doesn't hold a candle to Marius. Maybe she will when she gets even more speed. If I get her the 6-star blessing as well, so she gets the 15 more speed. But that's crazy damage numbers for her, right? For this fight, 630 mil on Nightmare Hydra is crazy bonkers. And of course, I can optimize this team even more, but it's just an amazing damage number. So let's discard this result. I don't want to keep it right now because the clash hasn't started. But yeah, Acrizia is a great champion. I'm using her in so many different places still, even though I have Marius, even though I have a 6-star Marius. So yeah, I would highly recommend building her out this way with crit rate gloves if you need to, and just pump up her speed. As high speed as you can take her, the better. And this relic is really good on her. Unfortunately, in the video we couldn't showcase the extra turn procs, but it does happen, guys. It does happen. Yeah, cruelty, and then these are the blessings. So yeah, that's everything for the video thus far. Thanks so much for watching till the end. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Helps me out tremendously, helps the algorithm, help discover my channel for some of the other folks out there as well. Thank you very much for watching once again, and see you next time.